This is Defender. Yeah. Under the sun where the hurricanes roar, four teams clash, it's a battle for more. Panthers prowl, Falcons soar, Saints march loud, Bucks hit the floor. Green diamond dreams, southern skies, victory screams, fire in their eyes. Yeah. It's NFC South, hear the crowd shout, every yard counts, no backing out. NFC South, we wear the crown, kings of the game, never back down. From Carolina's call to Atlanta's flight, New Orleans gold shining through the night. Tampa's cannons boom set the fight alight. Every Sunday, a southern delight. Passion ignites, the rivalries burn. Only one champ each season's turn. Yeah, yeah. NFC South, hear the crowd shout, every yard counts, no backing out. NFC South, we wear the crown, kings of the game, never back down. From Carolina's claw to Atlanta's flight, New Orleans gold shining through the night. Tampa's cannons boom set the fight alight. Every Sunday, a southern delight. Passion ignites, the rivalries burn. Only one champ each season's turn. Yeah, yeah. NFC South, hear the crowd shout, every yard counts, no backing out. NFC South, we wear the crown, kings of the game, never back down. Never back down. Yes.
What's going on, guys? We're back here with the NFC South Showdown, episode 19, as we get ready for closer and closer to the Super Bowl. This weekend we have the NFC and AFC Championship games. We are also going to do the mock draft. Like I said, this next episode will be, just like last week's, a crunch of together. Next week will be only one episode as well for the NFC or the NFL mock drafts 8.0. And then finally, we will have the Super Bowl predictions along with the mock draft 9.0. And we'll continue doing mock drafts until the actual draft, which will be the season finale, live streaming the NFL draft, just like how we live stream the NHL draft for the Caps Off the Chain. So let's get into it. Let's start right away with the mock draft, folks. Let's go ahead and do all one round. Let's go ahead. This really hasn't changed much besides the fact that we know where certain teams will now be sitting because of their playoff losses. So we have the Bills now sitting at 26. This is where the Bills will officially sit, along with the 49ers, Texans, and Bears. So let's go ahead and move it in here. Obviously, first overall pick, Fernando Mendoza is going to go to the Raiders. I still think the Jets here, sitting here at 2, more likely trade the pick with the Commanders, get their first this year, potentially their first next year, a third rounder, and they give their second and potentially their third. So now they move up. Commanders move up. They get their edge rusher of the draft to finally fix that godforsaken defense. Cardinals are on the clock here. Cardinals could go anywhere. They can go Cardinal Tate, but I think they're going to go Reese. Cardinal Tate's going to Tennessee here. All right, so let's move into this one. The Giants. Giants here could really use a wide receiver. I think they can go Jordan Tyson. I think they could trade down here, but I think ultimately they're going to take the kid, Jordan Tyson, to pair with Malik Neighbors. Browns on the clock here. Still don't have a head coach. Titans and the Giants do have head coaches. Cardinals don't have a head coach. Raiders don't have a head coach yet. Browns here. It's tough. Do they trade down with... Yeah, I can see they trading down with the Bengals. Even though it's a division. They'll get a first and a second next year. Bengals move up. Get their edge rusher. Kendrick Folk. What are you doing over there? Weird cat. Alright, Jets. Traded down with the Commanders. They're going to trade down again. Who could really use We got safety, running back, offensive tackle. That is tough. That's tough. I think the Jets are definitely moving down here. I don't know who they move down with. Maybe, you know what, the Dolphins, because the Dolphins could really use. The thing is, there's no one in front of them that really needs a safety. Fuck it. They're going to take Caleb Downs from Ohio State. Saints are on the clock here. They could go edge here, and I think they will. They'll get the kid, David Bailey. Chiefs are on the clock here. He's sitting right there. They're taking Jeremiah Love. Browns are now on the clock. Browns just traded down to the top 10, and I have a feeling they more likely trade out of the top 10. But they do need offensive tackle, so they're going to take the kid. Dolphins sit here, need a cornerback. They're taking the kid. Mansur Delane. Cowboys. Take the offensive tackle. Cowboys going to trade up. That's what. Rams on the clock here. They will definitely take. They can go either Makai Lemon to pair with Puka. I think they will. They're going to pair him with Puka. Baltimore's on the clock here. They absolutely need edge rush. They need offensive guard, defensive tackle, and the defensive tackle is sitting there from Clemson. The Bucks here basically need defense. So I think they will go the kid from Ohio State, Sonny Styles, will get drafted by the Bucks. Jets are on the clock here. Jets, they're going to reach. They're going to take quarterback Ty Simpson here. Detroit is on the clock here. I don't even know what I had Detroit take last time. But there's a kid out of Penn State there. Minnesota is on the clock. They are absolutely taking Jeremiah McCoy. Edge rusher position is a must need. Who needs a tackle? Steelers need quarterback. Chargers. You know what? Eagles need tackle. Eagles are going to trade up with the. They're going to trade up, give them their second and maybe a 98th for this in a second. Eagles trade up. They absolutely need offensive tackle. They're going to take the kid out of Miami. Cowboys. Avon Terrell. AJ's little brother. This is where this one gets a little tricky. They're just going to take the kid out of Ohio State. They love their Ohio State products. Chargers are on the clock here. Chargers could use a center, offensive guard, edge, or safety. Jim Harbaugh likes taking his highly touted offensive weapon, so they're going to get the kid, Sadiq. Carolina's sitting here now needing an edge. But they take the kid out of Bama. Cleveland's on the clock here. Cleveland with their first pick, traded down to get offensive tackle. I think they take wide receiver here, but I do think they could trade back and get Boston instead. I think Buffalo is hell-bent getting on the receiver, so they're going to trade up in front of Cleveland. And they're going to trade with Cleveland. Just swapping picks. I mean, swapping first. Bills maybe give them a third. They'll get a fourth back. Bills come back here. They get the kid out of Texas A&M. Bears are now on the clock. They're taking Caleb Banks. Browns are now on the clock here. Now this is where I think they take Denzel Boston. 49ers are now on the clock here. The 49ers absolutely need offensive tackle. I still think C.J. Allen's going to the Texans to shore up that defense. The Rams are now on the clock here. Rams got their wide receiver. They're going to go corner here. They're going to take the kid out of Houston. Or Tennessee, not Houston. New England is on the clock here. They could go edge rusher, and I think they'll take the kid out of Clemson. Broncos are on the clock here. Broncos could go defensive tackle here. Christian Miller. They could trade out, but I think they're going to take the kid from Georgia. Seattle's on the clock here. They're sitting there with Arizona State's product, Keith Albany II. That will be the first round here. Full result again. Mendoza 1, Bain 2, Reese 3, Tate 4, Tyson 5, Falk 6, Down 7, Bailey 8, Love 9, Fano 10, Delaney 11, Lamu 12, Lemon 13, Woods 14, Styles 15, Simpson 16, not even can pronounce that, the guard from Penn State 17, McCoy 18, offensive tackle from Miami 19, Terrell's, AJ's younger brother 20, McDonald 21, Sadiq 22, Proctor 23, Bills trade up for the wide receiver from Texas A&M. Caleb Banks goes to the Bears at 25. Boston goes to the Browns at 26. Miller to the 49ers at 27. Allen to the Texans at 28. Hood to the Rams at 29. Parker to the Patriots at 30. Miller to the Broncos at 31. And Abney the second to the Seahawks at 32. That is our mock draft 7.0, folks. We will be back next week for our mock draft 8.0. Hopefully with me and Cody, as we will be doing a two-rounder. All right, so let's get into this week's predictions. No Cam today because I don't have the funky little. Logos today. I just stole some images here. So let's go ahead and just do the Broncos versus the Patriots, folks. It's 2012, 2011 all over again. Let me go ahead and pull up the predictions, folks. All right. Well, looks like Jesse Minter is going to be taking the Baltimore Ravens job. All right. Anyways, Jordan's picks. Oh, shit. Jordan is changing his pick. Okay. Jordan just messaged me. He's changing his pick. He's keeping the Patriots, though. So here we go. Jordan is taking the Patriots here. So we have the Patriots, the Broncos, 2012, 2011, 2013, 2014, 2015, all over again, when these teams were the dominant force with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. This is going to be, I think it's a different matchup if Bo Nix was playing. I think the Patriots would have lost this game. But I just don't think the Broncos are going to be able to overcome the injury losing Bo Nix. Not having a starting quarterback is going to suck. But then again, the Patriots suck against the starting backup quarterbacks. Jordan is taking the Patriots. Cody is going ahead to take the Patriots here. And I'm going ahead and taking the Patriots. So we're all taking the Patriots here in a clean sweep. To the New England Patriots will be the 2025-2026 AFC champions, and they will be moving on to the Super Bowl. Let's move on to our next one, which is not waiting all day for Sunday night, but it is a Sunday night matchup here. We got the Rams and the Seahawks here on Fox. I think it's Fox. I could be wrong. Let me double check. Peacock's doing it, I guess. I could have sworn Fox was doing it. Because I know CBS is going to be Broncos Patriots, so I think it's Fox. Yeah. It'll be Fox. But anyways, yes, we have the Seahawks and Rams. Like I said, Jordan just switched his pick. So Jordan is taking the Rams now because he just has a feeling Seattle's going to lose. But I don't know, man. Clint Kubiak and that offense was rolling last week. Yes, it was because the San Francisco 49ers struggled. Both these teams coming off big wins last week. Looked like the Rams were done and out, and then Caleb Williams threw a really bad ball. I'm not going to blame Williams for that loss, though. The Bears were not predicted to even be in this situation where they were, and they lost. But you know what? The Bears will be back. I just think Seattle is just a better team. But the good thing for the Rams is they will have Davante Adams this time around. They did not have Davante Adams last time these two teams faced off, where the Seahawks came back and won. And even then, the Rams were up big. The Rams have choked a lot this year. So I don't know if that's going to be an indication to this game, but I'm going Seahawks. I think we're getting a Patriots-Seahawks rematch of Super Bowl 49 all over again. Here we go. Cody is taking the Seahawks. This is also going to be an indication who gets the first ever NFC South Showdown trophy, which is in the mail coming soon. Right now, the standings, I lead 8-2. Then Cody and Jordan are tied at 7-3, and then Abadallah hasn't even predicted yet, so he's 0-0. He'll be. I think I'm going to try to get him to predict next year. But yes, those are the standings. But Jordan picks the Rams here, so that will be the NFC. If these predictions go well, in our case, me and Cody have the Patriots, Seahawks. Jordan now has the Rams, Patriots. Either way, we both have, all three of us have the Broncos losing Sunday afternoon. So that is the predictions and the mock draft this week. We will see you guys next week for mock draft 8.0. Hopefully we'll have Cody back on. And I'll see you guys later. Peace!